Tick, 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 tick. Time is ticking. Time is ticking, and everybody sees it. We got 92.3, finally seeing what's going on. Paul DePodesta is out, which means Jimmy Haslem will be making wholesale changes within the organization. That includes Kevin Stefanski. That includes Andrew Berry. Everybody is on the clock in Cleveland. We got to break this down. It's a state of emergency. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video for your boy. Let's get right into it. So we have Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslem, who has made changes with Paul DePodesta, who has taken another job with the Colorado Rockies. And it's also said that Paul DePodesta was their third choice. So the guy you had in this high up position in your organization was a third option for a baseball team. They didn't even really want him like that. They had to settle on him. He's out. Who's next? Is it Andrew Berry? Is it Kevin Stefanski? We know Dylan Gabriel's on the clock. He's got about another game left. And if he stinks it up tomorrow, he might be done. So we got to take a look at this because, listen, man, wholesale changes could be happening in Cleveland, and it could be the best thing to happen. We got Andrew Berry not showing up to press conferences. He don't want to speak to cameras anymore. We don't know what the hell is going on over there. Let's take a listen to this.
So, of course, now my mind started racing, right, when this news happened, and I started to mirror it back to the fact that Andrew Berry did not speak last week. And I started thinking about Andrew Berry's overall job title, right? He is the president of football operations, okay? And so for me, I started thinking to myself, did this mean that Andrew Berry possibly has Jimmy Haslem's ear more than what we believe he does? Does this mean a possible promotion for Andrew Berry? Does this mean that Andrew Berry might go out here and hire the next general manager for the Cleveland Browns?
I think all of that would be a bad idea. I think all of that would be bad news. Imagine Andrew Berry getting a promotion after a team being this horrid for this long. Imagine your team stinking year after year after year. You have 1 year of success out of 6 years, and he gets a promotion. He's getting more power. He's getting to pick the next person to make decisions like he has done. Andrew Berry might be closer with Jimmy Haslem than some know. And we already see there's been a shift in power from Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. Kevin Stefanski did not want Shedeur Sanders. Kevin Stefanski did not want to trade Joe Flacco. He definitely did not want to trade Joe Flacco within the division to the Cincinnati Bengals. He was against all of that. But now things are above him. There's a shift in power in this organization, and you got to keep paying attention to it.
And still remain president of football operations. Does this mean that, you know what, he might delegate the task of talent evaluator and focus on every other thing that the Haslems might believe that makes him strong in his position of like president of football operations? Could this possibly mean that for him? To be honest with you, I really don't have a clue what it means for Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
I know that the opinions and the feedback on social media yesterday was a lot of mixed reactions as far as how culpable Paul DePodesta was for what took place here during his tenure.
I think Paul DePodesta had to be very culpable. He said in his job description that he would be helping select players. He said that he would be in the room making decisions with Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. So I think Paul DePodesta deserves a lot of blame as well.
The Browns are what 56, 99 and 1?
Yeah.
Under him having that role. He
didn't quite get that 100th loss, though.
Yeah, he stepped away from before. And so, you know, these things just don't come out of nowhere, and these things just don't happen overnight. And the fact that Andrew Berry didn't speak last week, I do wonder if the situation between Paul and the Rockies, you know, started to gain more traction last week. And the Browns behind the scenes were kind of like restructuring their brass to figure out, okay, this is how this is going to look as we go forward for the rest, at least, of this season. Who knows? That could be a reach on my end, but I'm just saying.
I think that's an interesting thought.
I think it's in the best interest of the Cleveland Browns to completely clean house. Andrew Berry included. Andrew Berry included. And I'm not one to go call for a brother's job, but listen, bro, you got to go, man. The job is to win games in the NFL, and you guys just haven't won enough. I'm sorry. There's a true lack of talent on this roster. Yes, now everybody's saying, oh man, the draft picks this year. Okay, that's great. What about the last 5 years of draft classes? You've had a bunch of misses. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I think Andrew Berry has to go. Yes, this draft class has been good, but it clearly ain't being that good the years prior because you lack talent and depth at receiver. You don't have no line. You don't got no offensive linemen. Like, y'all literally gonna have to find 10 new offensive linemen next year. Like, it is crazy. You have missed on first round picks. Like, it is what it is. He gotta go.
Though, like, an interesting question, like, what, it's the first year he didn't speak, obviously, like, what, maybe because this was coming down the pike here, it was kind of like, hey, let's figure out like the direction we're heading from a front office standpoint. And like I said, I still believe in my heart of hearts that Jimmy Haslem wants to keep these guys intact beyond the season. At least
there's no way, Jimmy Haslem, you can't do that.
As things stand right now, he has said that he has doubled down on that. He has tripled down on that. He just said it 2 weeks ago at the owners' meetings that he largely wants to stick by these guys and he thinks they're headed in the right direction. So I do think that that's true. But again, like I get why there's some excitement here because, and here's the thing, like as long as the Browns were ambiguous about what Paul Podesta did, there was always going to be questions. And like the reaction that we got on Wednesday when this news came down, or I guess Thursday, was it Thursday? The reaction we got on Thursday was always going to be a thing as long as the Browns were ambiguous about what he did. Because if you're ambiguous about job titles, if you're ambiguous about roles, that person's always going to be found culpable in some capacity. You know,
it's almost like that dude never spoke to the media. He didn't really do anything. Like, so they were able to shield him from criticism. They were able to shield him from questioning, and all types of scrutiny, because at the end of the day, people just didn't really have an idea of what he did, what his role was. It's almost like you just had free office space. You know what I mean? It was just like he had a free office space and there was no real role, no real job title. And I think a lot of people were very confused with what his role was within the organization. But now, with him out the way, this thing goes one of two ways. Either Andrew Berry gets elevated, or I believe Jimmy Haslem completely cleans house of Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski. And I think it is in the best interest of that organization for Jimmy Haslem to clean house, and hopefully he can get the right people in the building. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.